Well, very good afternoon or evening, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We're hoping that this little orange screen here disappears in just a moment as we just got the camera on, and we're waiting for it to warm up a bit, I guess. At any rate, we'll get it figured out. Welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be along here in just a moment as we get you ready for a little high school basketball action between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Alton Redbirds. And we welcome you into the pregame show. Brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks, they come into this contest with a overall record of 11-5. They are 3-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and they will take on the Alton Redbirds. They are 3-12 on the year and 1-5 in Southwestern Conference action under their first-year head coach, Eric McCrary. Collinsville, of course, coached by Darren Lee. He's in his 13th season as the head coach here at Collinsville, and he has a winning record of 216 wins and 154 losses. And without wasting any more time, we will take a break and give you the conversation I had with the Collinsville head coach, Darren Lee. My conversation with the Collinsville head coach comes up in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, first time since the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic ended. And we are here taking on Alton tonight. And joining us now on the pregame show is Collinsville Boys head coach Darren Lee. Let's talk about the tournament for a minute and get your thoughts on the tournament as a whole.
Well, for us, I mean, overall it was a good tournament. Anytime you can win 3 games, I mean, obviously you would always like to win it, but only 1 in 16 can do it, and it's a tough tournament. We had an foul down 9 and just came up a little short. They're a good basketball team and came back at a nice win against Quincy. A very good win against Quincy in the 3rd place game.
You have now brought home hardware in all the last 4 Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball tournaments, so that's a feather in the cap for the program.
Yeah, it is. Well, last 4, I think, second, first, third, something, and then so yeah, we've been playing very well. We wish we had that 1-1 a few years ago that we didn't, but yeah, we've been right there all 4 years too to have a chance to win it, and so we've been playing very well in that tournament.
Your thoughts on the championship game between Decatur, MacArthur, and O'Fallon?
Well, I think MacArthur wore them down. I think O'Fallon got tired. MacArthur's depth just fatigued them, and I don't think O'Fallon had the depth. And Burton got hurt, and it was pretty much over. But MacArthur, they were good in the tournament, and they've had a couple bad games since. So it's kind of strange. They played well, and their depth definitely made a difference in the 3 days.
All right, taking that tournament into consideration, your 4 games plus the win over Edwardsville, you guys are trending in the right direction.
Well, we are. There's no doubt. The last 3 games we've guarded well. We've held all the teams in the 30s, Quincy, Cahokia, and Edwardsville, and so hopefully we can continue to do that tonight, hold them in the 30s or 20s. I mean, depending on the pace of the game, but our man-to-man's been very good, and we need to keep that up.
How nice was it, so to speak, to play a team like Quincy? Because they're always in the mix as far as the sectional is concerned, and you never know when you're going to see these guys.
Yeah, that's important. We could be the only team in the sectional complex that plays them. I haven't looked at their schedule, but that was an important game for us, and then they're still pretty highly ranked, so hopefully we can that'll help us in the seeding. We need obviously we need to win tonight. We need to beat everybody. We need to beat Belleville East Friday. That's a big one for us in the seeding. We should be in the top 4 seed, but we'd like to get a 1 or 2 seed if we can keep winning.
All right, despite the student play-by-play announcer at Edwardsville on Friday night talking about the shot clock, I know that there was an informational survey that went out sometime during the holidays. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
About shot clock? Yeah, the shot, the IHSA just put something out. It was pretty short. Would you favor a shot clock? I can't remember. They basically, do you favor a shot clock, and would you like it in a year? And I put yes to all of them. I mean, some were would you favor it in tournaments and so forth. I think there was 3 questions, but I would like to see a shot clock, but I understand that the people that don't want it is more of a financial issue and a bench and a game worker issue, not so much the rule issue, in my opinion. That's why people, as a rule, I think for me personally, everybody in the world plays a shot clock except our country. So at that age, so I think that's the way just keep up with the rest of the world in basketball. I think that's what we should do. But so hopefully gets implemented. But there's definitely some cost considerations, and you have to have another bench worker for it, and that's what administrators are looking at.
Let's say they do implement it. How is that going to affect some teams? For instance, Lincoln.
It will affect. Well, Lincoln's still going to be good. It'll affect them a little. I don't think they'll put a very fast clock in. 35 seconds is a long time. Really, all that does is take out Alton out stalling. Maybe if it wouldn't affect us at all. But it would affect Lincoln. You know what? That's interesting. I was interested in their games. How many times you think they went over? You saw the games more than I did. Maybe they did, but it would affect them a little bit. But they're still going to be good.
All right, you have Alton here tonight. This is a team that came into the tournament that had not won a game until they beat Wasilla, and since the calendar flipped over to 2022, they haven't lost a game.
They haven't. They, that Wasilla game got them going in the right direction. They beat Belva West by 16 and beat Triad at home. So, and Triad beat Edwardsville in their tournament. So they're definitely, on a streak here. I'm sure they're feeling very good about the way things are going. So, big conference game for us. We've got to think. This would put us at 5-2. No, excuse me, 4-2. 4-2. This is our sixth game, but we need it for a conference win. They're going to be ready. They'll be a tough foe, but they're playing well.
What do you want to see out of your team tonight?
We'll continue to guard. We need to make shots, and I don't know how they're going to guard us. They may zone us. I'm not sure. They've been playing both zone and man-to-man. We prepared for both yesterday. We need to guard them well, continue to limit our. I think at Edwardsville we had 8 or 9 turnovers. Keep our turnovers at a minimum, and knock down some outside shots because we're going to have outside shots, and we've got to get them in the basket. And that sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But we really need to bear down and make them.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Darren Lee, your Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting lineups. More names, more numbers, all that and more coming up on the Kahok.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey alongside as well as we get you set for this game between Collinsville and Alton. And here are your starters. We'll begin with Alton. Alex Macias, a 5'10" freshman, gets the start tonight, as does Adrian Elliott Jr., a 6'1" senior. Byron Stampley, a 6'2" junior. Izeal Brown, a 6'2" senior. And Blake Hall, a 5'11" junior. Collinsville will trot out onto the floor. Travion Swaggart, the 6'1" senior. Nick Horace, the 6'2" sophomore. Devin Davis, the 6'2" senior. Jake Wilkinson, the 6'4" junior. And Deontay Franklin, the 6' senior. And we can tell you the JV game ended a little bit early. They had running clock as the Collinsville JVers really took care of Alton tonight by a final score of 84-38. 84-38 is what I said, Dr. Chris. How are you?
That is quite a score out of our JV squad. Congratulations to those young men. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back, Todd.
Always a pleasure, sir. Stanley Carnahan, he led all scorers in that JV game with 17. Jamari Weisinger had 16, and Montreal Stacker had 14.
Those two leading scorers are Cairo Plus powered athletes, Todd. There's no coincidence there, sir.
Nothing wrong with a shameless plug, is there? We're underway. Collinsville wins the opening tip-off. Collinsville in the white clothes, white jerseys, white shorts, trimmed in purple down the sides, numbers in purple, and the word Kahok's written across the fronts of their jerseys in purple as well. Alton, they're in their road grays, trimmed in a little black around the waistband, and then they have, well, one guy's got his boxer shorts sticking out from underneath his shorts, but there you go. Wilkinson, right off the bat, delivers a 3, and Alton to finish up. They have red numbers on the fronts and the backs, and they have, I can't even read what they have on the fronts of their jerseys. They're too far away, and that's color combination. I believe it says Alton. It's too small to say Redbirds.
That's tough to read.
Yeah, it is. At any rate, we are underway here. And Coach Anderson at home watching. Hope you feel better. I know that you're not here because you're under the weather, and it seems to be going around these days. Loose ball on the floor. Collinsville's Deontay Franklin picks it up and throws it into the backcourt, and a chase for it, and Adrian Elliott Jr. just lets it go, and it goes out of bounds, and Alton will get the ball back, but they'll have to travel back the length of the court to see if they can answer that three-pointer up on the board by Collinsville.
Yeah, Wilkinson's been playing basketball at an extremely high level as of late. I didn't even know where he came from. They said he went to Peter and Paul here in Collinsville.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good school from what I heard. My daughter went to Holy Cross in her formative years. Is that what you call it, formative years?
Formative years.
Yeah. Well, she's still in her formative years. She's 17.
Collinsville's public grade schools are all great, and we're also blessed with some nice private schools as well, Holy Cross and Good Shepherd and Peter and Paul. So a lot of good learning opportunities to shape the youth here in Collinsville.
There's a inbound pass, and right off the bat, despite the little bobble, Isiel Brown puts his team on the board, and it's 3-2 in favor of Collinsville. This Alton Redbirds team, man, they did not win a game until the final game of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic against Wasilla, Alaska. And then they rattled off 2 straight wins to start the new year. So they are on a 3-game winning streak, and they are 2-0 in the year 2022.
Well, good for them, and maybe they've got a little bit more belief in them now, and hopefully they give us a good ball game.
There's another three-pointer, this one by Nick Horace. So 2 3-point shots, 2 3-point baskets.
Tray by Nicky Tony.
Yeah. And here's the other end of the court. This is Stampley. He'll take a 3-point shot. That'll swoop right out of there. Rebound belongs to Deontay Franklin. He gets it all the way up to the aforementioned Nicky Tony, Nick Horace, and out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nick tried to shoot that ball before he caught it, and results in a turnover. Collinsville, here comes Alton, headed from left to right on your screens.
Yeah, and Alton, they beat Belleville West. That's a turnover. They beat Belleville West the other night, handily, I might add, and then squeaked out a 1-point win over Triad on Friday, I believe, of last week, yes. And Triad, we saw Triad here during the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament. They beat Edwardsville, so
yeah,
they beat a pretty good team the other night. So they're starting to feel their way around and playing a little bit more better basketball as they go along. There's Franklin with a 2-pointer, and we have a whistle.
Checking on number 1 from Alton.
Okay. Making sure he's okay.
He
I have no
says
idea.
he's all right. Ref says let's play ball.
All right, 5:15 left to play. Here in this opening quarter, here come the Redbirds. That is Byron Stampley. Stampley gets it across the line to Elliott, and Elliott in the paint takes the shot off the fat part of the rim and then comes back down for Travion Swaggart. Swaggart brings the ball forward. Over on the right wing, into the paint, dumps it off, and Nick Horace with a great layup there. And he has now 5 points, and Alton and their head coach, Eric McCrary, wants to take a timeout, so we will step aside as well. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Kahok Sports Network. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Collinsville leads 10-2, 4:50 left to play here in this opening quarter. The JV game featured running clock after that big 84-38 win. And Collinsville, the varsity side, they'd like to do the same thing, but we'll have to let this game play out. We're early on here, but Collinsville already up by 8. Here is a dribble drive, and off the baseline glass, Alex Macias gets his first 2 points. Collinsville tries to answer. They do. And going to the line for a +1 is going to be Deontay Franklin.
Man, big, strong move by Deontay. I did want to mention on that last possession, very unselfish play by Trey Swaggart. It's good to see him. A lot of times he'll get excited and get out of control, and he made something happen and dished off to Nick Horace. It's great to see good teamwork there out of the senior.
He's over there getting talked to by Coach Lee about something right now. Free throw good for Franklin, and Collinsville extends that lead 13-4. 4:20 left to play here in quarter number 1. Here is Macias. He'll get to, and Trey got his leg in the way. Swaggart comes up. He didn't dump it off that time. Trey brings it in, and a little fingertip roll, and Swaggart's on the board with his first 2 points.
Yeah, Collinsville's running that trap right up by half court, and it's giving Alton some trouble. Collinsville just has to be sure to get back and not give up the rack like the last possession.
There's Macias. Finally does get it over to Stampley. Stampley over on the far side to Elliott. Elliott in front of the Kahok bench. Now the scorer's table. Dumps it off in the corner. 3-point shot from the wing on Stampley, and he couldn't get it to fall. Brown with a rebound. Can't get it to go. And then the next rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Swaggart. Travion with a nice move and throws up a prayer, and it almost was answered there. And the rebound on the other end by Elliott.
That's
what you were talking about.
That's a Travion we all know and love.
Here comes Elliott. Elliott fires it over onto the wing, onto this near side sideline, and does so to Macias. Macias over on the left wing, or make that the right wing. Now over on the left side for Hall. And then a dribble drive there by Elliott. He'll kick it back outside for the big guy, Brown. 6'2" senior Brown is. There's a drive by Stampley at the free throw line. He dumps it back outside. And Alton spending a lot of time outside. They're going to have to sharpen up their three-point shooting if they're going to spend some time out there. Here's Hall in front of the Kahok bench. He'll dump it off to Stampley. Stampley dribble drives off the glass. Can't get it to fall in. Rebound kicked out front, but Alton comes up with it. And a return shot won't fall either. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Deontay Franklin. He'll headman it on up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson drives and gets it to go in on another fingertip roll.
Yeah, man, nice quick move by Wilkinson. That's going to be good for another Alton timeout.
Man, Alton's going to use a lot of their timeouts. This is a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in just about that time here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey. So not only is Alton undefeated in the year 2022, so are your Collinsville Kahawks. They have a little winning streak going themselves after taking that third-place game in the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic over Quincy. They beat Cahokia in the first game of the new year, and then that 56-34 win at Edwardsville in their last game on Friday that I understand my job is now safe.
We had a good time listening to that broadcast, folks. Sorry if we're letting you down here tonight after all that humor.
We try to get some comic relief every once in a while, but
boy,
I can't match that, man.
No, sir.
That's some steady Eddie right there. Here is a drive by Macias. He's in the paint and a foul call. This is going to be the first one on the Kahawks. Alton already has one on the board.
Yeah, seniors Dayton Horace and Matt Clark have checked into the game for Collinsville. Horace number 24, Clark number 32. So you've got 4 out of the 5 players on the floor here for Collinsville are from that 8th grade state championship team.
There you go.
A few years back at CMS.
There is Messias over onto the wing now for Stampley. Stampley dumps it off to Elliott, or excuse me, that is Hall, and Hall. Roger Elliott, excuse me. Number 2 into the game for the first time, and he gets the first three-pointer of the night for Alton. Here is Devin Davis. Davis shoots, can't get it to go in. Rebound, that's handled by Alton after a little bit of a miscommunication there, and then a save by Elliott. He throws it up for grabs, and who's it out of bounds on?
Alton. Because the Alton young man jumped about a foot higher than anybody else. And he looked like Superman or Spider-Man.
I'm telling you, man, that ball was up there, though.
Yes, sir.
Almost hit one of those speakers up hanging on the rafter. Here is Franklin. Franklin gets it under the wing now that is Franklin from Devin Davis. And now outside to Dayton Horace. Horace spins at the wing, gives it up to Wilkinson. Around the perimeter it goes, and back to Wilkinson. Over to Horace. Horace, now Wilkinson over in the extreme right-hand corner. Far side, he'll pull up there, about 12 feet out, and sinks it.
That's a high percentage shot for junior Jake Wilkinson. And I love that he just doesn't even question himself. If he's got a step, he's going to take the shot. And he's got to be shooting a high percentage this year. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but that boy can shoot.
There is Messias over onto the wing now for Elliott. And then in front of the Kahok bench turnover. Second one of the night for Alton.
Nice anticipation by Franklin. He got away
nice
with the walk.
Nice little head fake there, but he couldn't finish. And the rebound tipped into the air by Matt Clark, but right into the hands of Adrian Elliott. Elliott comes up on the near side sideline, pulls up over on the right-hand wing, and another three-point shot. And just like that, Alton says, don't forget about us. We're here.
Right back in the ball game.
Under 30 seconds to go now here in this first quarter. Here is Devin Davis. Davis all the way across the way to Dayton Horace. Back out front now for Wilkinson. Wilkinson in the slot as we were down to 20 seconds to go. Davis on the left wing, back out front for Franklin. Devin Davis has got some funky hairdo going on there, man.
Glad you said it first, Todd.
He's got, looks like Princess Leia got a hold of him.
Times 4.
Times 4. Out to the free throw line. Matt Clark sinks one for 2, and the senior on the board just before the buzzer. And we will go to the second quarter with Collinsville leading 21-10, and quarter number 2 coming your way in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 21-10. That is our score after one quarter of play between Collinsville and Alton. Glad that you're with us here on a Tuesday evening. Kind of nice out today. Made it up to 52, bright and sunny, and it felt kind of good for a change after having a week's worth of bone-chilling weather. We understand, though, we're in for a little bit of snow around these parts Friday night into Saturday morning. We're underway in quarter number 2. Alton with the ball as they trail by 11 after one quarter of play. And there's the big man, Isiel Brown, with his 4th point. And Collinsville brings it up. Here is Dayton Horace. Horace across the line to brother Nick. Now over into the corner for Swaggart. There you go. We got some folks chiming in on the page over here. Diane Miller, the lovely wife of our illustrious mayor, is watching. And hello to Kim Morris as well. She chimes in saying that Edwardsville broadcast was painful. She missed us. It's nice to be missed.
It was painful until it became so
until
comical.
It became funny, yeah.
It was painful because it made my stomach hurt. I was laughing so hard.
Here's Elliott at the free throw line. Dumps it off outside to Jeremiah Van Zant, the 5'11 senior, into the game for the first time. Here is Elliott on the near side sideline. He'll dribble drive with his left hand, and he will. Somebody committed a foul away from the ball carrier.
So,
And that would be Izeal Brown.
I should disclose the source here, but I was asked today that maybe we should get, when Edwardsville plays here, we should have a little guest appearance by our buddy.
Yeah.
Interview him a little bit.
He would probably go for it.
Let him come in and say a few words.
Yeah.
Maybe we should think about that. That might boost our ratings.
A little comic relief. Well. Here is Dayton Horace.
Travion Swaggart, number 2 drive.
Yep. Yeah, he couldn't finish, gets his rebound, and puts it back up and in +1.
Yes, sir. A chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Second personal foul for Stampley, 3rd team foul. Collinsville just has 1 foul on the board. Kahawks lead 23-12, and at the free throw line, Travion Swaggart. Swaggart is 37 of 61 from the free throw line this year. That's almost 61%.
Better than 50, Todd.
Better than 50. You are correct. Last time I checked anyway. Elliott checks out of the game for Alton.
That'll increase the free throw percentage.
That sure will. He'll be over 61% now. 24-12, 6:45 left to play here in the second quarter. Here is Elliott. Elliott dribbles, drives with a lot of speed, spin move in the paint, takes the shot, and gets it to fall.
Man, nice defense by senior Dayton Horace, and the young man from Alton wasn't taking no for an answer. Nice penetration to the hoop.
Out front for Collinsville, Nick Horace over to Swaggart on the right wing. Now back out to the top and to the left side for Dayton Horace. He's got some room. He drives, and then he runs out of room, and then he gets kind of robbed from behind by Alex Messias.
Piggyback ride,
Yeah,
Todd.
he did.
Piggyback ride.
That is the epitome of over the back, although that's not a real call in basketball.
He can say it's not just his little brother he carries on his back.
That's right. Carries the other team as well. He's so good, he carries the other team. Swaggart over on the right wing, dribbles into the paint, takes the shot, and I believe he was fouled in midair, and that's why that ball went off kilter a little bit.
Yeah, man, his feet went out in front of him, too. That looked like a hip pointer for me, but looks like Travion's up and walking around.
Blake Hall picks up his first foul. Swaggart back to the line, just hit his first free throw from there just moments ago. Swaggart, the team leader in points, by the way, 191 on the year. Averages 11.9 per game. And he's making the free throws look pretty good right now, isn't he?
He certainly is. Speaking of leaders, just saw that Rayshawn Taylor had another
4th time
stellar ball game, a career high 24. He's freshman of the conference in the OVC for the 4th time, and climbed to the top of first-year freshman scorers in the United States in Division I. How about that?
Yeah, he's
Way
really
to
lighting
go,
it up.
Rayshawn. Proud of you, buddy.
Alton back with the ball. And over here on the near sideline, that's Elliott. That would be Adrian Elliott Jr. He'll take a 3-point shot from the wing. It bounces off the inside of the rim and comes right down for Brown. Brown for Alton. Gives the ball back up and out to the midcourt stripe. It goes to Elliott. Elliott, one couple of dribbles, and he sends it over to Hall. Hall back over to this side now. And that is Messias. Messias drives in from the left lane, and he is fouled by Dayton Horace. Horace almost stole the ball out of his hands before he committed the foul.
Yeah, it's tough to get that reach. I mean, it's got to be super, super clean. Refs just have a tendency to blow that whistle anytime you reach, whether they see contact or not. Dayton guilty of that on that possession.
Inbound pass triggered underneath the Alton basket, and they almost lost it, but nice job by Van Zant to remain in control of the ball. 5.5 to go here in this first half. Collinsville up 26-14, looking to extend their winning streak to 4 games. And the Alton Redbirds are looking to do the same thing. Van Zant out of the top of the key. Fires it out to Elliott Jr. And then in front of the Kahawk bench, a loose ball almost lost by Hall there. Travion Swaggart was almost ready to pick up that ball and head up court by himself.
Yeah, Collinsville in a pressure man defense right now. They're really pressuring the guards out on the perimeter. And so far, Alton just doesn't have a whole bunch of answers. They're unable to pass into the interior. They're unable to drive. So Collinsville with a nice defensive stand. Let's see if it holds up.
There is Brown, and he's going to get called for a charge.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Not only did he drop his shoulder, but extended that elbow. And he's such a big, strong kid. You know, he's going to be under the microscope for using his body. He was guilty there. Again, nice defensive stand by the Kahawk basketball squad.
I love it when the family members get in on our fun, too. Kevin Mag, Dayton and Nikki Tony's grandparents from Wausau, Illinois watching.
All right. Grandma and Grandpa,
Yeah.
welcome to the broadcast.
So he's on the Nikki Tony bandwagon as well.
I love that.
Here's Matt Clark just outside the lane, trying to find some room. Dribbles, drives, off the glass, can't get it to go. And then he gets the tip in. Boy, that was something fun to watch there.
He did get it to go.
Yeah.
Big, strong move. We call that a drop step power dribble. Off the glass, good for 2 for senior Matt Clark, who I believe if we have a win, you may get to spend some time with, right?
No Eric Anderson here today. That's usually who we talk to in the post-game interview, but Matt Clark has said he would join us if the team wins, so we're hoping that holds true and we can visit with the Kahok senior. Here's a nice transition pass to Swaggart, and boy, I tell you what, that was a nice move all the way around on the defensive end, then on the offensive end.
Yeah, it was good heads up on the outlet pass, too, and Trey just outran the defense, and easy layup for Trey with the right hand.
Alton back with the ball, and they still are after it ends up going out of bounds. I don't know if you folks saw my post today on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page, but Darren Lee, he's approaching some milestones. 22 games he needs to coach to reach 1,000 games coached in his 33-year career. He needs 19 more wins to hit 700 wins, and he needs 35 more wins to take over third place all-time on the Kahok High School basketball coaches list.
That's incredible.
It is.
My goodness, that's some basketball.
I am guessing he'll hit those milestones next season, and I hope it's after the opening tournament of the year that we don't cover because it's, an opening tournament in somebody else's hometown. So there's a big three-point shot from the wing, and Van Zant on the board for the first time with his 3 points.
Coach Darren Lee not very happy about that one.
There is Swaggart driving baseline, throws a pass up for grabs, and on the wing, nicely done there by Nikki Tony.
Mr. Horace, the sophomore, number 3, good from 18 feet.
I don't think anyone is ever going to reach the 747 wins here at Collinsville High School that Virgil Fletcher put up because, the closest one to him is Bob Bone with 360. That's a big difference.
Holy cow.
Yeah. But Darren Lee definitely making his mark in the state of Illinois and now making his mark here in Collinsville.
No question
And
about
we all
that.
still feel like 2020 was the year, man. 2020 was the year that we were going to get to a state championship, at least in the Final Four, but the pandemic had other ideas. Here's a dribble drive by Van Zant. He just hit a big three-pointer, now back out the slot. Throws it around to the other Elliott. That would be Roger Elliott, and he gives it to Adrian Elliott. Elliott deep on the left wing, dribbles and gets to the top of the key, and Devin Davis tried to pick his pocket. Matt Clark with a block, falls down into the hands of Travion Swaggart. Swaggart with a no-look pass to Clark, and Clark didn't know what to do with it, so he gives it up, and now a foul underneath the basket. Devin Davis will go to the free throw line, and Jeremiah Van Zant will get called for the foul.
Yeah, nice heads-up play. Clark was kind of in no man's land, but then he quickly surveyed the half court and found Davis in the paint, and he earned himself a trip to the free throw line.
Where he is 68.7% on the year, 46 of 67 coming in.
That's a little bit more like we would expect out of a basketball player.
We're moving above the Mendoza line, sir. Davis on the board for the first time tonight. I'm sure you've all noticed the smattering of fans as the camera pans back and forth. Only parents are allowed at this point. We hope that that's going to end soon. Here's Davis. Second shot, good too.
From what I understand, the conferences plan on opening up games as of next week. Probably no coincidence that there's 2 big shootouts next week, and there's a lot of money on the line.
Oh, yeah.
So
Van Zant on the wing in front of the Kahawks bench, around the way to Hall, and then over onto the near side wing to Messias. Messias from the near sideline. Left-hand dribble, and now a crossover. 1:50 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville up 34-17. Kahawks looking to extend their winning streak before they have a tough battle at Belleville East on Friday night. Here's Van Zant. Van Zant stuck in the slot, picked up his dribble, nowhere to go, finally gives it up for Hall, and now back out onto the other side for Stampley. Stampley hands it off to Messias in front of the Kahawk bench with 90 seconds left to play here in this first half. Messias backs all the way up to the scorer's table. Dribbles his way from one side of the court to the other, now on the near side. Gives it up for Elliott. Adrian dribbles, and then he'll back up. We're down to 1:10 left to play. And a loose ball on the ground, picked up by Collinsville, up to Swaggart. Swaggart checks the defense behind him and comes in for another nice fingertip roll.
Man, Trey having a night tonight here against the Alton Redbirds at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium.
Up to 11 already. Here is Messias across the Kahok logo at midcourt. And then he gives it up over onto the wing for Van Zant. Van Zant shoots it over for Elliott. Elliott shoots it back over now for Messias. Messias on the right wing, over to the left side now for Stampley. Stampley gives the ball up now for Elliott, and he comes from the near sideline. One-arm shovel pass over to the far side. Stampley with it right in front of the Kahok bench. 25 seconds left to play. Three-point shot. That one chicks off the front of the rim and comes down for Devin Davis. Davis brings the ball up. Horace back to Davis. And Collinsville looking for the last shot here. Under 15 seconds to go. Davis in the slot, gives it up to Swaggart over on the left wing. Around the perimeter it goes from Clark to Davis. Back out front for Nicky Horace for three. It just hit the inside of the rim. Matt Clark with the rebound. He'll put a shot back up. He still can't get it to go. And right at the buzzer, Collinsville couldn't turn that into 2 points. So at the end of one half of play, your Collinsville Kahawks leading the Alton Redbirds by a score of 36-17. We'll take a break, add up our numbers, and give those to you here at some point during halftime. And we'll be doing that in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more, to collectible items. Anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Halftime, Collinsville leads 36-17. And here is a look at your first half stats. Leading scorer in this one is Travion Swagger, the only one in double digits thus far, with 11 points, 7 points apiece for Nick Horace and Jake Wilkinson, 5 points for Deontay Franklin. Matt Clark has chipped in 4, and Devin Davis has helped out with 2. Leading scorer for Alton is Adrian Elliott Jr. with 5 points. Izeal Brown has 4. 3 points each for Jeremiah Van Zant and Roger Elliott, both off of 3-point shots. And Alex Messias with 2 points for Alton. Rebound battle being won by Collinsville, out-rebounding the Redbirds 10-6. Collinsville has yet to commit a turnover in this game. Alton, they've only committed 3 themselves. Kahawks were 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Alton did not go to the free throw line in the first half. Collinsville only committed 2 fouls, and they were non-shooting fouls. And from the three-point lines, Alton has hit 3 of 6. Collinsville has hit 2 of 5. It was 21-10 after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville saw that 11-point lead shrink down to the current 9 as the Kahawks still outscored Alton in that second quarter, but only by a clip of 15-7. You are all caught up with everything we know, and we'll be back to bring you the third quarter in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a 1-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Third quarter action just about ready to begin. 36-17 our score after one half of play. Collinsville with the 9-point lead. In case you missed it earlier, JV team won. They won in a big, big way. 84-38 over Alton. 3 players into double digits in that one. A couple of freshmen, Stanley Carnahan with 17 and Montreal Stacker with 14. And in between that, sophomore Jamori Weisinger with 16 points. We're underway here in quarter number 3. Here is Devin Davis for Collinsville. He dumps it off to Swaggart inside the perimeter and then kicks it back out to Davis. Davis over onto the wing once again on the near side. Now back out front for Davis from Swaggart. Here is Davis. Uses Wilkinson as a screen and gives it back to Wilkinson. Davis in front of his own bench and puts it inside the paint now. Franklin turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, Franklin puts it back up, still can't get it to go in. And this time the rebound belongs to Alton. Redbirds, they bring it back up, looking to trim that 9-point lead just a little bit more. Here is Messias. Messias comes over to the near side sideline, being watched by Travion Swagger. Kicks it out to Stampley. Stampley over in front of his bench now for Elliott. That is Adrian Elliott Jr. Back over to Messias. Messias on the wing and back over from which it came, back to Elliott. 1 minute gone here in this third quarter. Collinsville up 36-17. One of these teams will be riding a 4-game winning streak into Friday's game. Which team will it be? Both are on a current 3-game streak.
I vote Collinsville.
I vote Collinsville too.
Okay.
There's a 3-point shot, and that one's good. Man, that was nothing but net there.
That was deep too. That's about a 23-footer.
Adrian Elliott Jr. picks up his second 3-pointer. And back to within 6 are the Alton Redbirds. Here is Davis in front of his bench to Wilkinson. Wilkinson out top now for Swaggart. And Swaggart gives the ball up now for Horace. Inside, Franklin has the ball knocked away from him, but it goes to Wilkinson. He'll pull up from about 12 feet out and rattle one home. Wilkinson's really good at that shot.
I'm telling you, man, he makes a living on that 12 to 15-foot jumper. He's long, so he gets the ball above everybody, and he certainly has spent some time out on in the driveway working on that one.
You know that's for sure. Here's Messias in front of his bench to Elliott. Elliott dribbles with the left hand and kicks it over to Stampley. Stampley over this way back to Messias. He dribbles and drives and off the glass, can't get it to roll. Swaggart there pulling down the rebound. Swaggart kind of made him miss that shot, I think. Under the paint now for Wilkinson. He'll dump it off underhanded to Franklin. I don't think Franklin was ready for that.
Yes, Franklin. Deante Franklin.
Deante.
We've been corrected, so I apologize for the mispronunciation. However, we're not alone. Mrs. Sulky said she called Deante for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So we can't be in the doghouse too bad, Tyler.
No.
But thank you for the clarification. And from now on, it's Deante.
Foul goes to Roger Elliott, non-shooting foul, so Collinsville just inbounds. Onto the wing, here is Davis,
nice
and
dish.
A move, but he couldn't get it to fall. Tips it up again, still can't get it to go. And this time the rebound belongs to the big man, Iziel Brown. He'll give it up to Messias. Messias taps the top of his head, which means something to the Alton players. I have no idea what it means. Over to Hall. Back out front for Messias. And Messias being watched closely there by Franklin. One-arm shovel pass over to Stampley, who gives it up now for Elliott. Elliott just outside, had the ball knocked away by Davis. Now back out to Hall in front of the Alton bench. He'll give it up now for the other Elliott. That is Roger Elliott. He'll pull up from just inside the perimeter, take the shot, can't get it to go. And Messias gets the rebound. Alton in action once again. They trail by 8 to the Redbirds. Here is Elliott.
18, Todd.
18, sorry.
18. You had me scared. I thought, wait a minute.
19. Okay. 19 was the halftime score, not 9.
There you go.
My math skills are suffering, man. I had to take a week off of school.
They don't let us bring our calculator to the broadcast.
Yeah,
so.
nope. That's not allowed. Well, I got my smartphone, so they won't know.
Another nice defensive stand by Collinsville, not letting Alton into the paint or the interior.
Another three-point shot. That tips across the rim, and falling down was Hall as he was trying to go for the rebound, and ends up that Franklin touched it. He lost his shoe.
Like he tried to kick at it, and his
shoe
fell off.
My shoe.
I saw a great video clip. There was a piece of litter, a Gatorade bottle, and this kid was going to kick it into the water, and he missed the bottle, and his shoe flew off and went in the water, and they said instant karma.
Yeah,
for
poetic
trying to
justice
litter.
there, huh? Yeah. Karma doesn't wait around, man. It is instant. Usually. And a whistle away from the play. We're going to have a foul coming up against Alton. And that was away from the ball carrier.
Yeah, he was pushing through a screen.
That was Stampley. He's picked up his third. Hasn't been many fouls handed out in this game. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total. And Stampley has 3 of them.
Yeah, that'll earn himself a trip.
That's a third, right?
To the bench.
That's a third, right?
I believe so.
3 of 9. Okay, calculator.
No?
Oh,
okay.
3 of 9. 3 of 9 is a third, right? Okay.
33.3.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Here's a turnover by Collinsville. That's their first turnover of this game.
Ooh, good hustle by Deante. Franklin knocking that ball loose. Still going to be Alton ball, but nice hustle down the court by big number 20.
Inbound pass comes in. Alton goes back to work. Here is Elliott. In front of his own bench. One-arm shovel pass over onto the wing, and they'll give it up to Messias after Hall touches it. Now back over to the far side, Dribble drive, pulled up, no room to work. Nice job cutting off the lane there by Swaggart. Outside for Elliott it goes once again. Collinsville making Alton try to live outside, and Alton's not doing very well trying to live outside. There's a shot inside, but that one misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Horace, and he tries the reverse layup from the opposite side with a hook shot. Nice steal there by Franklin. Gets it up to Swaggart, and Swaggart is going to take it off the glass for 2.
Nice little layup. I thought we might see a little dunk action, but Trey
I thought
goes
so too. He's
nice
had a couple of
easy.
opportunities to do that tonight, and he's laid off of it.
Nice and easy off the glass.
Maybe he was told not to. I don't know. Control yourself, in other words, right?
Well, and when you're up 22,
yeah.
It's, you know.
There's Messias, ball loose. Swaggart, he gets it, and he'll throw it on up to Wilkinson. And Wilkinson off the glass, good for 2. Couple of steals and a couple of 2-point buckets here by Collinsville off of those steals.
Yeah, Collinsville just outrunning Alton at this point in time. I mean, they sniff the ball, and they're off to the races.
There is Adrian Elliott, 42-20. Collinsville up by 22 now. Over to Roger Elliott. Elliott, right-hand dribble, skirts the perimeter all the way to the other side. Gives it up to Messias. He does the same thing from the opposite side. Gives it up now for Elliott. Elliott on the near side sideline. Dribbles. And a shovel pass over to Blake Hall. Hall hands the ball off, does so to Elliott. He dumps it back to Hall. Hall off the glass, and they're going to call Davis for a hit on Hall's arm as Hall was going up for that shot.
Yeah, that was a nice dish by to Elliott down to Davis, and a nice quick shot by Davis. Earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
Blake Hall on the year, just 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Not a lot of trips to the charity stripe, but he's up there now, and he makes it count. His first points.
Yeah, Alton seems to be playing outside around the perimeter where they spend most of their time. Most of their buckets, I think, have come from three-point land tonight.
Yeah, they went 3 of 6.
Couple times they penetrated, but not a lot of action in the paint out of the Alton Redbirds.
Hall hits both of his free throws, makes it a 20-point contest. 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. And a turnover by Collinsville. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't know what all that was. Van Sant in front of his own bench, brings it around to the top of the key, being watched by Franklin. Gives it up now for Elliott. Elliott. From the looks of it, Alton only has one.
Tony got crossed over.
Alton only has one extra player on their bench. No, they have 2. Well, excuse me, 3. 3 players, but one still has his warm-up jersey on.
Yeah, not a lot of depth there for the Redbirds.
Well, we were actually, I was supposed to be in Alton tonight doing the Lady Kahoks basketball game, but they had to cancel that game due to a COVID outbreak in the girls' team. And here is a nice move by Devin Davis.
Yeah, it was a nice slice across the lane and reverses course and goes up with a right-handed little baby hook off the glass.
I understand that one of the Alton JV players was told when he got here already today that he tested positive for COVID, so they had to call his family to come pick him up and take him home. Brown picks up a foul, his second, third team foul.
I'll not open up that can of worms. We'll just wish everybody well.
Oh, yeah.
And get through this season. My public service announcement is increase your vitamin D3 levels, people. The sun is too far away. Studies have certainly shown that when your vitamin D3 levels are adequate, you are much less susceptible to any virus, including the coronaviruses.
Here is Davis out at midcourt. Collinsville slowing things down here, trying to run off this final 40 seconds of this third quarter. Kahawks are up by 20, 44-24. And Davis continues out at midcourt.
They'll probably run the play fist, but if he holds up his fist, I don't know if you can tell the difference between. It looks like he's got 6 fists on top of his head.
Yeah.
That hair is cracking me up. He's a clown, though. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of fun. And if a funky hairdo is what it takes, then let's do it.
Yeah. Got that cinnamon bun thing going on his head. Look like you can go and buy that over at Crudas. Here's Davis. Nobody paid attention to him, but then he got fouled underneath the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line with 6.4 seconds left. It's okay to kid our own players, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Is Crudas construction complete yet?
I saw today on Facebook that they opened up the inside, so I don't know if it's fully done, but the inside's opened up.
I know my son's waiting on the new McDill's.
Yeah, that one too, right across the street.
My son can tear it up at McDill's Irish Pub.
Here's Davis, already 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and now 3 for 3 in this game. Foul on Roger Elliott was his third, so he joined Stampley with 3 fouls, and now Dayton Horace will check into the game. And Davis, one more free throw coming his way with the 6.4 seconds left on the clock. And Collinsville, how about 8 for 8 from the free throw line in this game, huh?
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to stop it. That's 100%, man. See, I do know some math.
Oh, boy.
There's a loose ball. It's picked up, but right at the buzzer, no shot. And we head to the third quarter. Collinsville up 46-24. And we'll have fourth quarter action coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium.
Senior Dayton Horace into the game here for Collinsville. A little fun fact I learned over halftime. Dayton and Nick's grandfather played at LSU with Pistol Pete Maravich.
Nice. Always nice when you can get a Pistol Pete mention in your broadcast.
Oh, man.
Here is Dayton Horace over to Davis and outside to Matt Clark. And Collinsville keeps their regular players out here for now. And a nice move by Swagger, but he couldn't finish. Rebound belongs to Devin Davis. He puts it back up and in for 2 more points. And then now Davis up to 8.
Man, Davis does a great job at crashing those offensive boards. I mean, you love to see that. You don't see that in the game as much as you used to. When a shot goes up, I mean, we were always taught, crash those boards, and Davis does an excellent job of that.
Outside the perimeter once again, here is Messias. Messias dumps it off. Nope, that's picked off by Trey Swagger. Nicely done there by the Collinsville senior. He'll take it to the top of the key. He'll try to put on a move and lost the ball in the process.
He went with the go-go gadget arms. It was beautiful, and dribbled it off the defender's foot.
So here is Roger Elliott after just the 3rd turnover in this game for Collinsville. Coach Lee in the pregame interview said he wanted to keep that number down. He only had like 8 or 9 against Edwardsville, and so far so good here. Here's a 3-point try from the wing. That's deep from the wing and just missed by Roger Elliott, and the rebound belongs to Swaggart. Collinsville brings it up. Here is Davis. Over to Swaggart, who gives it up for Wilkinson. Wilkinson on the right wing, inside to Matt Clark. Matt Clark top of the key. Devin Davis for 3. Why not? Collinsville hasn't taken many 3-point shots tonight. That's only their 6th taken.
You gotta love Coach Lee. He's up. This is one of the reasons he's got so many wins in these milestones. He's up 24, and on that last possession, he was so upset, and the look on his face. He's just such a competitor, and he's just worried about every single possession and who executes.
And apparently it wasn't executed the way he liked. That's why he was upset.
That's for sure.
Here is Devin Davis with a 3-point shot. Davis into double figures now on the night. Only the 3rd 3-point shot made tonight by Collinsville. They're not relying on that much at all. And some of us are kind of glad. 51-24. That's our score. Here is Alton's next possession. And they take it in, and a foul that will belong to Dayton Horace. And young Mr. Horace will pick up his first foul. Oh, they're going to give it to Clark.
Yeah, that foul on 32 senior Matt Clark.
At the free throw line, Adrian Elliott, and the first free throw for him is good. So Alton is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight.
Coach Lee says,
Elliott Jr. comes in 73%.
Coach Lee says, why you stopping the clock? I'm hungry, kid. It's a school night.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. 51-26, Collinsville in the lead. Cahoks look like they're on their way to their 4th win. Big test for them Friday at Belleville East. We'll be there for you. Myself and Chris Kettler will be there to bring you that game. Before that, though, we have some hockey to bring you on Thursday against Columbia. One of those late starts, 9 o'clock out at the McKendree Recplex. Those are always fun, especially when you got to wake up earlier the next day and go to work.
Sounds wonderful, Todd.
Yeah, Columbia beat Collinsville earlier this year 6-0, so Cahoks looking for a rematch. There was a rare turnover by Collinsville again in this game, and that allows the Alton Redbirds and Messias to move up. Messias gives it up to Elliott. Elliott in front of his bench. Eric McCrary, their first-year head coach, guiding this team this year. And they'll kick it back out to Messias at the free throw line. He gets past Dayton Horace, and Horace will commit the foul. And to the free throw line will go Alex Messias.
Speaking of Kahok hockey, another Cairo Plus powered athlete, Lincoln Duffy, plays for the Cahoks, and apparently he's been on fire the last few games, so maybe he can bring some energy to that squad and compete against that Columbia team.
Yeah. Well, last night they beat Alton by a score of 6-0. Nathan Austin with a hat trick in that game.
Oh, nice. Congratulations, young man.
Yeah. Messias at the free throw line, hits both of his, and will add on to his 54% on the year. Macias, a couple of free throws makes it 51-28. We're under 5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Into the paint it goes for Franklin, back outside for Davis. Davis from the left wing gives it back to Franklin, and now back to Davis. Top of the key, it goes to Wilkinson. Inside to Horace, free throw line. He stops, gives it up for Davis with another 3-point shot. That misses. And the rebound belongs to Alton and their big man, Izeal Brown. Here is Adrian Elliott Jr. Light schedule next week because both the basketball teams, boys and girls, they're in tournaments next week, so no home games for either one of them.
I always forget about those wintertime tournaments a couple weeks after the holiday.
Chick-fil-A Classic going on at Belleville East. That's where the boys will be. And the girls will be playing, I believe, in the Highland tournament.
Is the Belleville East a round-robin style still, or is it an actual tournament?
No, it's an actual tournament. 3-point shot by Franklin misses. And the rebound belongs to Alton. They bring it up once again. Here is Elliott. Elliott over onto the far wing in front of his own bench, gives it up to Macias. Back outside it goes to Hall. Hall hands the ball off to Elliott. Now top of the key, Izeel Brown, the 6'2 senior, gives it up. And on the move is Roger Elliott. Bounce pass in the perimeter, and trying to move around a bunch of Kahawks was Brown, and one of those Kahawks fouled him, and I believe that one is going to go against Jake Wilkinson. That'll be his first.
A nice step-through move by the big fella. It's an old classic, man. Post players been doing step-throughs since they were playing with peach baskets, I think.
Izeel Brown, only 1 of 6 from the free throw line this year, but he manages to hit that one. And you know what? Everybody's perfect tonight. Collinsville is 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and that was 7 for 7 now. And Brown's getting ready to go for 8.
Got to be some sort of record.
I just put the jinx on him, right?
It worked.
Oh, yeah. All I got to do is mention it. Whistle on the play after the ball bounced off the rim. As that ball ended up out of bounds, Collinsville will take over. And the Kahawks will bring it up with 3.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, 51-29. Over onto the wing for Franklin. Back out to the top of the key for Wilkinson. Wilkinson at the free throw line takes the shot and drains it.
There's Jake living from 14 feet again. I'm telling you, 12 to 14 feet for the junior Wilkinson, and he is money in the bank.
He now has 13 points. So we've got 3 players that I can tell right up looking at my scorecard in triple or double digits, excuse me. There's a big three-pointer again from Roger Elliott. He's hit 2 of those tonight, one in the first half, and that one here.
That was deep as well. Nice
Sure
quick
was.
release. Good for 3 for number 2, Elliott.
Here is Clark on the baseline. Kicks it out front for Dayton Horace. Over onto the wing for Davis and into the corner for Franklin. Back out front for Horace. Around the perimeter it goes. Collinsville just doing a nice job keeping the ball away. Here's Clark. Kahawks will continue to do that. Chew up some time.
Yeah, there's really no need to do anything except just stand there, especially if they're not going to pressure you.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see some of the underclassmen get on the court here earlier, but not the case. Coach Lee knows that he's got a big game coming up on Friday against Belleville East, so he wants to give these guys as much playing time as possible. Here is Davis.
Well, his philosophies have obviously produced just a handful of wins over the years. So
just a handful. If you can fit almost 700 into one hand, good luck. Franklin.
Ante Franklin for 2 off the glass from the right-hand side.
Franklin now up to 7 points.
Here comes Jamori Weisinger.
Yeah, and there's a ball on the ground, and who wants it? Alton says they do. Macias over into the corner. Elliott for 3 from in front of his bench, and he drains it. His third three-pointer. And now we're going to have a whistle to allow the underclassmen to come in. Weisinger and Remar check into the game. Remar the junior, Weisinger the sophomore. 1:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, keep an eye on Weisinger. He really elevated his game last year. And there you go.
There you go.
Right in the game. 3-point bucket. He can shoot from the perimeter, he can drive, and he can get to the rack. He's going to be a fun kid to watch grow up through the Kahawk Hoops program over the next 2 years.
And he got 16 points in the JV game. And there's a drive by Elliott. He's fouled.
Well, Darren Lee's fit to be tied. Why are you fouling?
Matt Clark, that's not what we want to see, Matt.
No, sir.
Thought you want to go up and talk to Todd Duke after this game.
You're delaying your interview, Clark.
Here is Elliott at the free throw line, and we've had some pretty impressive free throw shots in this game. Only 1 miss in the whole game.
Yeah, that's I don't know when the last time I saw a high school game with that high of a combined shot percentage was. Maybe never.
Maybe. Here is the aforementioned Mr. Clark. Clark over to Dayton Horace. Horace tries to get it up in, but it's blocked and comes right back to him, and he got lucky to keep that one in his wheelhouse. Now back out to Franklin. Onto the wing. Here is Clark. Kicks it back outside, but a foul on Clark as he was traveling across. Well, they called that on Weisinger.
Here comes another underclassman.
Zach Chambers, the 6'7" sophomore. He'll probably put on a couple more inches over the summer, right?
Yeah, you would think.
He'll be 6'9" by next year.
Hard to tell when you get that big. It's like, how big
Yeah,
can you get?
I know. Dribble drive. Van Zant pops up a shot that was up into the rafters. Comes down. Weisinger handles the rebound. Gets it up to Franklin. Franklin drives. Takes the shot. Can't get it to fall. And there is Brown with the rebound for Alton. We're down to the final 30 seconds left to go in this one. Little head fake by Elliott. Into the paint. Takes the shot. Won't go. Rebound falls into the hands of Dayton Horace. Collinsville brings it up. Here is Franklin. A little underhand on the side. And put back by Dayton Horace, and Dayton Horace on the board before this game
there you go.
comes to a close.
That's for you, Grandma and Grandpa.
There you go. Down to the final 10 seconds. Here's a three-point shot from deep, and boy, I tell you what.
Them boys can shoot the
Elliott,
rock.
yeah, that's a third one for Elliott Jr. And the final seconds will tick off. Collinsville will win this one by a final score of 60-40. And the Kahawks extend their winning streak out to 4 games in a row. And that brings us into our post-game program. Brought to you by my good friends over at Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Ron McGee and the gang, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwiches, Cafe Agape. They've been doing their thing since 2012. Part of that thing is offering catering. Some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give Cafe Agape a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Thanks for hanging out. I guess we won't see you for a couple of weeks since the team's out of town next week during their tournament. So we'll
thank you.
We'll see you at the end of the month.
Got my folks and brother and sister coming up for Christmas this weekend. We always do a delayed so everybody can attend. So it's actually pretty good timing. Here's a man of the hour.
Hey, Matt Clark.
Let me get these headphones off.
We got to take a commercial break first, but we'll be right back with Matt Clark in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one tonight 60-40 and extended their winning streak to 4 games. And joining us now is 6'3" senior Matt Clark. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'm glad we were able to get the victory tonight. That's always the most important thing. But, yeah, doing great. Glad to take the place of Coach Anderson. He's in a COVID protocol. We'll hope he's back, and so I'm excited to do this for the first time.
I know all about that COVID protocol stuff. All right, so talk to me a little bit here. You came into this game almost even in points and rebounds, 63 points and 65 rebounds. So which more are you more proud of in those two stats?
Absolutely rebounds. I think I try to pride myself on being a rebounder and doing the little things right. We've got a lot of players on the team that can score. We're very balanced in our scoring. And so I try to help on the other side of, defense and rebounds. And so when I do get a bunch of rebounds, I try to focus on that. I try to focus on getting the box out. And sometimes, I'm not exactly pleased when someone gets the offensive rebound over me. That's probably more frustrating sometimes than a missed shot sometimes.
Yeah, I see that look in your face sometimes when you miss those rebounds or somebody else gets it. Block shots, you're second on the team in block shots, also a very important stat.
Yeah, I'm always working a little bit on my vertical. I've always worked on my vertical in the high school. And tonight I almost got a couple more blocks, but I got called for fouls. So it's just about staying straight up, reading the defender, and I try, again, part of defense, which I try to pride myself, and I try to help our team kind of play hard and get that defensive energy.
Win tonight by 20, 60-40. Did it seem like a 20-point win? Alton, they've picked up their game.
Not at all. I think the majority of the team would be, at least for me, we're not exactly pleased with our performance tonight. We know we're a lot better team than what we showed. We've had 3 fantastic games, and sometimes you're just not going to play as great as we would previously hope to come in and play. And Alton coming in with the 3-game winning streak, they obviously had a lot of confidence. They came in tonight, they played hard. And so for us, it's just about keeping the energy. When we went to Edwardsville, we played with a lot of heart, a lot of energy because it was a rivalry game. And what we need to try to do a little bit more of, in my opinion, is having more energy each and every game, especially in games like this one where people might say, hey, it's not exactly, a big game, but we still got to go out there and get the job done because, Coach Lee came in and he said, we want to keep them under 30. Obviously, we didn't do that tonight, and I think if a couple things go our way, if we play a little bit better defense on a couple more possessions, we could have attained that goal and won this game by 30 points, which I think would have been the goal coming into the game.
And very important to keep that momentum going because you guys got a tough game Friday at Belleville East.
Yeah, big game. I definitely think we as a team are going to go back, look at the game against Belleville East when they came and played us, and see what we did wrong, see what we kind of could have done better, especially because it was an early game, and we know that that is a team that we can beat, and that's a team that we can compete with. And once again, we just have to bring the energy. We have to bring the defensive pressure. We got to work hard, and all those things can culminate together and help us get a huge victory.
Yeah, I will see you there Friday night. Can you tell folks this guy he's going to Mizzou, broadcast journalism major, man. Can you tell? He sounds pretty good on that microphone. Nice job. Thanks for the visit. See you Friday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is Matt Clark, Collinsville senior. We'll take another break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, we'll give you the final stats of this one as your Kahawks extend their win streak to 4 games with a 60-40 win over Alton, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports
Cafe
Network.
Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville wins tonight 60-40, improved their overall record to 12-5 and their conference record to 4-2. Leading scorer in this one actually belonged to the Alton Redbirds. They had Adrian Elliott hit for 20 points. After that, though, slim pickings for the rest of the Redbirds. Iziel Brown had 5. Alex Macias had 4. 3 points apiece for Roger Elliott and Jeremiah Van Zant, and Blake Hall ended up with 2. Collinsville, they were led in points by Travion Swaggart and Jake Wilkinson. They both knocked down 13. Devin Davis had 11. Those are your double-digit scores. After that for Collinsville, Nick Horace with 7. Deontay Franklin with 7 as well. And then you had 4 points for Matt Clark, 3 for Jamori Weisinger, and 2 for Dayton Horace. Collinsville out-rebounded Alton 19-12 in this contest. Kahawks only turned the ball over 4 times. Alton turned the ball over 9 times. Free throw line was almost perfect here as a game. Alton hit 9 of 10 free throws, while Collinsville hit all of theirs. They went 8 for 8. And from the three-point stripe, Alton hit 7 of 12 three-pointers, while Collinsville hit 4 of 10. That is going to do it for us. Thanks to Coach Darren Lee for joining us on the pregame show, Senior Matt Clark joining us on the postgame show, and, of course, Dr. Chris McCluskey for joining us on the other microphone. Certainly do appreciate everyone's help, and we appreciate you watching and commenting on the live chat during the game. Love hearing from everybody. My name is Todd Duke, and that's going to do it for us from here tonight. Our next broadcast, live stream, is going to be hockey Thursday night from the Recplex in O'Fallon as Collinsville takes on the team from Columbia. And then Friday night will be at Belleville East to bring you the basketball game between Collinsville and the Belleville East Lancers. So until then, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone, please enjoy the rest of this evening.